research.
We're going to have to compare every gene with Brooke's gene. And then ultimately, there will be found some of Brooke's genes that are not the same as the normal. And that will then be the home run. That's where the success will come.
As Dr. Walker attempts to unlock Brooke's unique genetic secret, parents Howard and Melanie focus on daily life with Brooke.
I just learned. It's been 16 years of on-the-job training, giving her medicines, knowing when she's sick, the right amount, how to clean everything, how to take care of all the medical supplies. You learn, you know. We just take each day as it is.
The key with Brooke is we don't know what tomorrow brings. With normal kids, you know they're going to wake up, they're going to go to school, they're going to run outside and play. I think that's the mystery of living with Brooke. Tomorrow, is she going to wake up?
Brooke's biggest medical crisis would see her face death.
She had 48 hours to live, and then she would have slipped away. We thought we were going to bury our child.
The Greenberg family live in suburban Baltimore. Howard works for a food sales company.
I'm in outside sales. Baltimore County is my territory. And I'm responsible for making sure the customers are happy.
The Greenberg's third daughter, Brooke, suffers from a mysterious syndrome where she doesn't grow.
I'm very fortunate that the company I work for is very educated about Brooke. If something does happen and I do have to take off a couple days, there's never any questions asked. And the importance of my job to keep my family going is like any other guy.
Hey, Bill. How you doing, Howie?
For the Greenberg daughters, life has revolved around Brooke and her needs.
I think that I did have a fairly normal childhood. I'm also the oldest child, so I just kind of had to grow up a little bit faster than other kids my age because they didn't have like the responsibilities that I would have. I've learned how to give her medicines and all that kind of stuff, and I think I'm more aware to knowing like when she doesn't feel well, and I'm more alert for those kinds of things.
With no speech ability, Brooke relies on her family to interpret her moods and feelings.
When she's not happy, she starts crying like hysterically, or she bangs her head like she just did, or shakes her head no a lot and moves her hands. And she's happy when she giggles a lot.
Carly takes her off the school bus. She babysits with her. She changes her. She knows how to do everything, as do the other girls.
If Melanie and Howard want to go out, the girls stay home. They'll take turns and babysit if they don't have anyone else there.
Brooke will always need someone to care for her. She will never be a normal 16-year-old girl. But in small ways, like shopping for clothes, her family try to treat Brooke like a regular teen.
She doesn't have that infant look. She lost her baby fat. We dress her like we dress in jean jacket, jeans, little tennis shoes.
We're going shopping, looking for Brookie to get some clothes.
I like to pick dresses and things that I know that she would like to wear, but things like that I would also think that is cute.
We'll see what they have.
The Greenbergs have shopped at this mall for years.
Hi, how are you?
Returning year after year with Brooke, they have faced curious shoppers.
People do ask, how old's your child? How old's your baby? Usually we say a couple years.
I'll just say 16 and leave it at that. Let them think it's months. Oh, what do you see, Brooke? What do you see? That's so cute.
I like this color better.
That one better? She was like the same poundage and the same height for years. Most people don't even weigh the same thing from one day to another, but Brooke was the same weight and the same height for years at a time.
Let's just pull some out and see what they look like here. So what do you think?
I think the 6 to 12 is better for the length.
Probably.
Yeah, that's cute.
I like the colors.
Yeah, I like those colors. This is adorable. Now this is very old looking. With mod pants, Brooke, you'd be really hip. I don't want her to look like a baby. It's not fair for her to look like a baby. Hey, she's a big girl. She should have big girl clothes. Good to go. All right.
Although a close-knit family, Melanie and Howard always encouraged their daughters to be independent. When it came to going to college, Caitlin chose a school over 2,000 miles away.
I was the normal teenager wanting to go far away as possible for college. I just wanted to experience something on my own. I just wanted to do my own thing for once. Sometimes when I am walking around with her, I tell her things that I don't tell anybody else because I know she won't tell. Last semester when I was away, I would always call and see how Brooke was. I was really scared that something was going to happen while I wasn't there.
Fears about Brooke's health influenced Caitlin's decision to leave the University of Arizona and enroll at a college closer to home.
I'm majoring in political science with a minor in Judaic studies.
Her fears about her sister's health were well-founded. At the age of 5, Brooke faced her biggest medical crisis.
Nobody could wake her up. She just literally was sleeping.
She slept for 14 days. There was no coma. She slept. And then on the 14th day, they told us they found out why she was sleeping. She had some sort of mass on her brain that was putting her to sleep. And she had 48 hours to live, and then she would have slipped away.
I think we were in disbelief because many times they don't think Brooke's going to make it, and many times she does.
But this time they said
that they were 100% sure.
Go prepare yourself.
So this time we actually went through all the rites of getting the casket, getting the clothes, having the clergy come down, preparing the children.
Howard called us over and told us that Brooke had something and the doctors just wanted to give up on her.
It was a horrible, horrible, horrible weekend. I mean, I can't think of any other weekend that was so horrible that Melanie and I have lived through.
We all came up and said our goodbyes.
Horrific. No two ways about that. We thought we were going to bury our child.
Brooke's medical bills would push the Greenbergs to the financial edge.
You know, we had to refinance the house. We had to, times we put it on credit cards, then we took it off of credit cards and refinanced the house again.
Brooke Greenberg was born with an unknown condition that has left her frozen in time. She is 16, but is only 30 inches long and weighs just 17 pounds. As a child, she faced her biggest health problem. Asleep for 14 days, doctors believed she would never wake up.
Monday night, we got a call from the hospital. They said Brooke had woke up. She's not sleeping any longer. We have no idea. We took her down for an MRI. She's normal. We're going to watch her for a day. Come get her.
She just knew that there was an excellent chance, no matter how sick she was, that somehow or other Brooke would find a way to make it through.
I could only think about, we're going to bring home, we're going to start all over, and life goes on. Lift up.
But every extended hospital stay that Brooke had was financially crippling for the Greenbergs.
If Brooke goes into the hospital, it's just like any other insurance. We're responsible for about 20%. But when your child goes into the hospital and the bill is extraordinary, 20% can be expensive.
Okay.
You know, we had to refinance the house. We had to, times we put it on credit cards, then we took it off of credit cards and refinanced the house again, got a second mortgage, just like any other normal person would do if their child was in trouble.
But Brooke is not like any other child. Her condition is so unique that neither her parents nor medical experts have any idea what could happen next.
When she does get sick, she's either well or deathly sick. She needed somebody with a trained eye to know what procedure to do or what machine to use if she did get sick.
In 2005, Brooke was accepted into REM, Maryland's rare and expensive case management program, which offers medical support to sufferers of rare and chronic conditions. Brooke receives nursing care under the program, as her Syndrome X has left her unable to walk or talk, susceptible to seizures, and also having to be fed daily by stomach tube.
This is specimen formula. It's like milk, because she cannot swallow.
The support they get from having good nursing care is really critical. If they didn't have this, I don't think that Brooke would do nearly as well. And in addition, what you would do is wear the whole family down.
Having the nurses lets Melanie have more of a normal life. This way Melanie could do other things and spend time with the other girls, which is important.
Brookie has at her school a Teacher Appreciation Day on Tuesday, so we're going to make a cake today so that Brookie is well represented. We need to grease and light flour, 2 cups of flour. Harley and I usually bake about every other week. Somebody's always baking in the house. It's a good thing. We bond. This is our quality time together. Put that in. Okay, now we have to add the egg whites, beating well after each addition. That's the best part.
Brooke takes the cake to Ridge Ruxton, a school for children with special educational needs that she has attended since she was 5.
I've been there and I observed on Grandparent Day how they teach the children. It's just phenomenal. I guess that's the word for it. She scoots around in that little chair. She can't wait to get out of that classroom. She goes down the hall. She's busy.
Today, Brooke has been given the task of class helper and is taking the attendance to the office. A task that includes using motor skills and social interaction skills.
How are you today, huh? Did you bring something down to the front office? Huh? I got a big shake there, yes.
Jewel Adile has taught Brooke for the last 2 years.
Today when we came back down the hall after all that long walk and all those changes, when we got back to the classroom, she veered right into her room. And where are we now? Way to go. You know where to go. Trying to find a way to give the children their voice. You got walkers and non-walkers, talkers and non-talkers. How can we kind of level the playing field so that we're all communicating? Brookie brought us coconut cake. Yes, thank you so much. It's coconut cake for Teachers Appreciation. You say we're your friends. We're glad we're your friends.
Brooke should be in 11th grade. But because of her health and educational needs, she is in a class of mixed age, where Ms. Adile uses electronic sounders, shapes, and colors to enable Brooke to communicate.
Some things you place in front of her, she doesn't seem to push them away from her tabletop. You remove some things, you bring back some other things to see. Okay, is she engaging in this? Is she interactive? What do you like? Pick something. Which one? Bluebird? Hummingbird. A blue hummingbird for Brookie.
I love the school, and I love what they provide for her.
They have taught her a lot. It's just wonderful what they've done.
Brooke has spent 11 years at Ridge Ruxton School, and this year, she celebrated her 16th birthday there.
Her 16th birthday. We're so excited. You know, a typical teen will be getting a driver's license. So I'm trying to think of things we could use, props we could use. And 2 of her sisters were here, and her mom was here, of course. I tell her, Mom, you brought her into the world, and I'm going to help bring the world to her.
I don't think in the beginning there were many people who thought that maybe she would even get up to be 16.
She's already passed most of the expectations that have been placed for her, so it's more realistic to just take one day as it is with her.